Shalom. Shalom, brother. First and foremost, you have to give all praises and glory to Yahweh,
Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakah Kodash.
Double honor to the elders and the apostles that great men so surely do well. Salutation to each and everyone at the Yakin that push this without being sincerity and truth. These are some of the brothers from GMS Trinidad West Side, Brother Lamad.
Brother
Right?
Alright, you know, coming to Trinity Spirit and boy, Hashem Yahushai.
I know we not happy spirit right now.
God,
Giving all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai once again, you know.
God. Hey, God, yeah.
We see the tension. You see the tension rising right now, you know. Iran, the pop that red flag, which symbolizes what? War. That symbolizes war, buddy. Right? We on the brink of that right now, down here, locally in Trinidad today, right now, the preparing for carnival. Right? Right? Everybody in a mood for the spirit. Right? But right now, hey, we in a different spirit right now. You know, because we the watchmen of the Lord. You know, and there's something we've been always watching for. We always watching for the news to see what is going on internationally, because that's where the heat has been, you know, international. Right? Locally nothing really gonna happen here, but over in the Middle East and America and all these other countries, that's where things gonna pop off. Right? Because if anything happen over on them ends, it's gonna affect these small islands. So that is why we just watch. So that is,
yes, sir. And as also just getting an input as the apostle decree this year, you know, also the year prophecy.
Yeah, prophecy.
You know? This is Isaiah 14 and verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. It says Yahweh Hashem Yahushai of hosts muster the host of the battle.
Host of the battle, the army is going to get ready to prepare for that war, right? The missiles will then start a drop. Because we are the presidency, he told this guy daughter, he said revenge will be taken.
General Soleimani.
Yes, Soleimani.
As they say that they raised the red flag in Iran. It symbolizes, you know, war. Bloodshed.
Yeah, and as we was listening to the video before, I believe it's from W77, right? What the guy was saying, that's a hidden report. He said that you know, if it is that you hesitate in war, we're going and go on. You can't, if somebody's shooting gunshots at you, you can't get them flaws, you know. But America's so proud. I can remember watching the news yesterday, one of the guys, a fellow was saying Iran wouldn't be so stupid. They know they're going to attack back, but they ain't going to be so stupid to retaliate one time. You know, there's some that have the plan. But Iran don't know what they're doing. Plus, they're forgetting Russia. That's a video I would like to do. Don't forget Russia. Because when they read the prophecies of these scriptures, right, it said that Gog and Magog, right, the land of Gog, should be a guard unto these nations like Persia. And who is Persia? Iran today is ancient Persia. You know? So the thing about it is, this is the Most High show, and the Most High will do whatever pleases him. You know, Iran don't have to plan it. The Most High could get up from it the way of a man. It's not in his own footstep, and the Most High is one in Proverbs also. I believe it's Proverbs 20:24.
Footsteps.
Yeah, can.
Proverbs.
Hey, and give me 21, because why? It's the leaders of these nations actually speaking too. You could give me Proverbs 21 and 1 and Proverbs 20 and 24.
The Proverbs 20 and 24 says, man's going of Yahweh. How can a man then understand his own way?
Yeah, so the scripture say the Most High, he's the potter, you know, and we on the earth is the clay, and he could turn it wherever he wanted to go. So this is the Most High show. This was all so beautifully was prophesied, especially in the book of Jeremiah 50 and 51. You know, about modern day Babylon. There are all these nations actually coming up and rising against America. Right? President Mugabe, I believe he's now the former president of Zimbabwe. Right? He was breaking down exactly what America does do. America is a cancer. They come inside a country proclaiming peace, but the latter end of the country is nothing but utter destruction. You know, even though that Saddam Hussein and Gaddafi were dictators, the country had peace. You know, okay, give me the Proverbs 21 and 1.
This is Proverbs chapter 21 and 1. It says, the king's heart is in the hands of Yahweh, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever it will.
You understand? So the Most High turned the king's heart wherever, so he will. So, hey, Mr. Donald J. Trump, right, deceitful ruler of the world, the Most High is the one that allowed you to go and kill this guy. Because what is it? It is in the heart and it is the determination of the Most High to destroy you Edomites. You know?
Hey, but with the president say, he say they will take revenge on America, and they will make the day turn to night. Yeah, your free prophets, you know, they say they make the day turn to night, but I know it's something along that lines that we say. Right?
Like prophecies.
Yeah.
Hey, I think I piece of
That's
something here.
Yeah,
This Job chapter 33 and verse 15. It says, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in slumber and upon the bed, then he opened the ear of men and sealed their instructions. So as much as Iran don't have a plan yet, the Most High will set that plan in a blueprint in the line down in the night and show them exactly what they have to do.
We were telling earlier, nobody didn't know.
Watch a video earlier when we say basically Donald Trump didn't tell the heads of the EU officials or anything about concerning the bombing, you know, and the president of Israel knew about it.
He didn't even let the EU know.
You understand?
The United Kingdom, Britain, he didn't let them do nothing. That's why they coasted on him too. They said they didn't agree with that.
So the Lord seeded his instructions.
He was
some instruction there.
World War III we had to come out of this. You know, we getting fed up of this wicked kingdom, you know what I mean? Let it go down in flames. Up in flames.
Except for your one? Yeah, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16. Chapter 16, from 34, it says, and the earth shall be laid waste. The earth shall be laid waste, and the feet thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all the paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel there through. The virgin shall mourn, having no bridegroom. The woman shall mourn, having no husband. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helper. In the wars shall their bridegroom be destroyed, and their husband shall perish of famine.
So that is what? Like World War I, World War II, and this last World War here, which is World War III. The wars of all wars. Right? And what will not make the land desolate, right? Because no man there, right? The ICBM nuclear missiles that these nations have. Iran have some powerful ICBM nuclear missiles too. Plus they'll be purchasing some from Russia, right? With the scripture said before them, the land was like the Garden and Eden, and after a great desolate wilderness. You know, as they showing scorch games in Maze Runner. You know? Well,
verse 35 it says, hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of Yahweh. Behold, the word of Yahweh, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh, and are not slack.
Right, so the Most High talking to his children, all the children of Israel. He say, hey, watch these things. You understand? The plagues draw nigh. Don't believe these gods. You see these gods that proclaim peace, these pastors who get into $20 million or whatever the case is, and they kind of thing in times whatever. Alright? Okay, so okay about that. Right? Alright?
Is that over?
Yeah.
Hey, so like about that, you know, we just had to go and check something very important. Alright? Yeah, just read over the precept that you had before.
2 Ezra 16 and 36. It says, behold, the word of Yahweh, receive it, believe not the words of whom Yahweh spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh.
Yeah, so don't believe these gods are who the Most High speak, like in the book of Baruch. These are not no gods, they don't prophesy. These pastors who prophesy in the name of Jesus in Pundit Aram and all these kind of madness, the Muslims, they have no prophecy. Don't believe them and the shit with the sun going on rise on the west and all kind of shit like that. Right? These words inside the scriptures, because they are life, believe the words of which Yahweh Shai speak. Right? The plagues drawing nigh, as you could see. Wars, rumors of wars, pestilence and riots, race riots, all these kind of things in diverse places, earthquakes in diverse places, all these kind of things, right? Plagues drawing nigh.
And when you look up that word slack, it means tarry. And you wouldn't tarry. You wouldn't tarry.
Right. This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 8. It says, therefore shall the plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine. You understand? And that time when, war break out, right? Nobody will be able to export or import anything to the country. You understand? So then when the famine will come, famine of bread.
If I could just say, right now China and Tobago depending on shipment coming in to get food.
Exactly.
Understand? So they were all hell gonna break loose. Understand? Moving on, it says, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh power who judgeth her. So is the Lord gonna put judgment on America?
Sure.
Alright.
This is the book of Zephaniah 1 and 10. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh Shai, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. All ye inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down. All they that bear silver are cut off. You understand? Just going on that crime with fish gates, all these people that dwell in the sea. As the brother explained, when in that time of war, people ain't gonna be able to deliver the goods. The brother said Trinidad.
Dependent.
Yeah, they dependent on shipments. Because what they did, I can't remember is in what year, but really and truly Trinidad, even though they have natural resources, but they cut off certain things like the sugarcane industry, the cocoa industry, right? They
sell the pitch lake, which is the best pitch lake in the world. I know the rich of that.
And something else.
And the oil things in going to what we do. I think the oil refinery basically on a standstill.
Revelation 18 and verse 19. It says, and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city, wherein made rich all that had ships in the sea, by reason of her coastlines, for in 1 hour is she made desolate.
And as somebody was breaking that down concerning like if certain nations was to go to war against America, and why America like so profitable, because the way how America situated with the sea and stuff is good for shipment and all these kind of things. So what other great city, is like like America eating blasted Saudi Arabia is surely not the Vatican. So what other city, you understand? And they take the Roman Catholic Church. What other city is that? It's the greatest city on the face of the earth. Which other nation does say, when I make America great again, or they always boast, I'm American. I'm American. You can't do me that. I'm a citizen of the United States of America. They always boast it. So what? You don't hear nobody else from no other nation actually boasting. So them Russians and them might boast a little now and then, but the Trinidad them boasting no boast.
Pride of Esau.
That's right.
That's something, yeah. The Jeremiah chapter 50, starting at verse 2. It says, declare ye among the heathen, and publish, and set up a standard, publish and conceal not. say Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded. Merodach is broken in pieces. The idols are confounded. The images are broken in pieces.
Because why? All these people, because remember America is a boiling pot.
Yeah.
So all these people with the different gods, especially they want to have this one world religion, they go in and seek to the gods for the deliverance of America. But guess what? It said the idols are what?
They will be broken in pieces.
They're broken in pieces. They cannot divine. You understand? They cannot give an oracle. Alright? The gods, those gods are nothing. But the gods are the Hebrews. Right? So go ahead.
It says, for out of the north there cometh up a nation against her,
Russia.
which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove and shall depart both man and beast.
Yeah. Because when the Most High say he coming to consume everything of the land, he have a sacrifice in Bozrah. You understand? The Most High say he gonna consume everything of the land. The sheep, the goats, man, woman, and child. It's not a partial at all. Because when he said that they gonna be on everyone that is proud. So 2/3 of Israel will take the verified chip and left in America, along with the Edomites, along with Elamites, the Moabites. That whole land of America going to be destroyed. Right? And other nations will not collect nukes too. But the Most High indignation is really against America, and somebody could start from Isaiah 34 and 1. Yeah, Moab?
I'll get that on the next precept here.
Bring it?
This is Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 12. It says, when righteous men do rejoice, there is great glory. But when the wicked rise, a man is hidden.
Well,
that was the point. When the righteous man rejoice, say that great glory. But when the wicked rise, the righteous man will hide himself. You understand? Because the atrocity and the unjust things that will be going on. The righteous man have to keep himself hidden.
Hush,
yeah.
Because good is set against evil. Yeah, Mr.
This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 1. It says, come near ye nations, to hear and hearken ye people. Let the earth hear and all that is therein.
And earth here right now. From the fact that you see what going on right about now, the earth here, these nations listening to the prophets. And they say, for real, you know? You understand? The scripture said that we going and cause this in remembrance of all these other nations. I mean, the Deuteronomy 13 cause them to remember. But for sure, they're going and remember that they are swaying in captivity too.
Right.
Deuteronomy 13 and 7. Right?
Moving on. It says, the world and all things that come forth of it from the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies.
You know why? There's a Zechariah 1 and 14. Brother Pasha, somebody figure out from Zechariah 1 and 14. And then you could get 2 and eat one time since inside it, Brother Pasha.
Zechariah chapter 1, verses 14. It says, so that the angel that communed with me,
right, the messenger that communed with me,
said unto me, cry down, say, thus say Yahweh of hosts, I am jealous for Jerusalem and for Zion with a great jealousy.
Right, the Negroes, Latinos, and natives that come here into captivity, Most High jealous over them. That is Most High woman. Well,
it says, verse 15, it says, and I am very sore displeased with the heathen.
Right, which heathen means pagan nations or the other nations of the earth. Right, go ahead.
Not at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they had forward the affliction.
Yeah. The Most High was little displeased with the Israelites. But all they went on forward the affliction, put hard bondage on them. Had them like nothing on the earth, putting yokes of iron, beating them, spitting on them, raping them, murdering them in some crucial, heartless manner. You understand? The Most High said you should not rejoice over them when you see this thing happening, because this is my son. I see King of Kings, Lord of Lords, and this is my firstborn son, and the praise when you're mad or what? You're just a servant.
Hey, and scripture say, we even rejoice at the fall of your enemy.
You understand? Come, you just bring this yourself.
They said, we rejoice in Palestine.
God. This is 2 Esdras 15 and verse 51. Still up here 52. I mean, would I with jealousy have proceeded against thee, said the Lord, if thou hast not always slain my chosen, exalting the stroke of thine hands, and saying over their dead, when thou wast drunken, set forth the beauty of thy countenance. You understand? So you should not rejoice over the dead bodies. All the nations of the earth sent gifts one to another when we were taken down from being a nation. You understand? You can read it 2 and then Zechariah 2 and 8, and then we will continue in Isaiah 24. I think it's the 2 cents.
Zechariah chapter 12 verse 8. Because celebrities right now fleeing in the United States right now because how serious this shit is. Cardi B saying she want to be a citizens Nigeria. Yeah, so people fleeing and try to rent people will start to flee because when she said like that dumb move Trump make.
I present here the that. This is Proverbs chapter 28 and 25. It says, he that is of a proud heart stirred up strife.
Thy Trump real proud. What Trump? I listen to that man talk, boy, and hey.
In the clouds.
Yeah, in the cloud, boy, and you just talk, you pay him up. You know?
Yeah, I kind of double.
Real like yeah, I on top and we on top, and nothing all I could do about it because we is America. Right? You read that again?
It says, Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 25. It says, he that is of a proud heart stirred up strife, but he that putteth his trust in Yahweh Hashem Yoshai shall be made fat.
That is them. It's the elect. We gonna be made fat. Hopefully that we're gonna be made fat. But Trump say that tribe and you're gonna get destroyed.
Just to add on to that situation with Cardi B, because I sure Cardi B heard about it have men in America like peas in the pot. You understand? In a pillow. Those who know what is a pillow, they like peas inside of the pot. They all over the place. Whether it's GMS, IUIC, GOCC, everybody knowing about Israelite about now. Right? Hey, we know for sure that the elders, the apostles are great in the stone. We try our best to preach this with it in full sincerity. Right? And what the scriptures say. When this come to pass, surely it will come to pass, then shall they know that a prophet was among them. So that is why a lot of you people go and look to flee now, because always say, no, wait that. You telling me them madmen and them dress up in them long skate with fringes on the end. Would them saying like, ooh, look it coming to pass, me like this world what you think really going to happen, boy?
That's why the scripture say you are that we prophesy.
Chapter Ezekiel 12 and 26. It says again, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say that the vision that he seeth is for many days to come, and the prophets of the times that are far off. Therefore say unto them, thus saith Yahweh power, there shall none of my words be prolonged any more, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith Yahweh power.
Hey, and you know, like how I always used to say this, the scripture talk about two or three witnesses, right? And everything should be done, judged by 2 or 3 witnesses. The Most High echoed this in the book of Ezekiel. And Yahushai, as the next prophet, as a next witness, the Most High told him, hey, that when I shorten the days to the very elect. So that is to show you that Yahushua come back and concrete what the prophet Ezekiel had to say. You understand? He said, hey, the next day, the Most High gonna show. That is why the thing gonna have no prolong. That is why, hey, you don't have a hook. It shall not tarry.
Yeah, run with it.
And an next scripture that we quote, Ezekiel 33 also. You understand? It will come to pass. He said, in your days, O house of Israel. And First John, where he say, since the fathers fell asleep. You understand?
Yeah, most I wasn't falling to the ground, you know. Manifesting, you're seeing it. Manifesting, taking shape.
And they were saying earlier, I wrote that some ironies was anti, was against that whole situation of that. It was against the whole country there. Yeah. But
in Iraq?
In Iraq also, yeah. But right now, everybody combined. Everybody's one. Everybody mourning for the man right now. You understand? Yeah, the whole, there's already the whole country come home. You know, so hey,
this man fight against ISIS. Yes, a serious man against ISIS.
Who push ISIS out of the country. Both Iraq and Syria.
Yeah.
And Trump know that the United States funding ISIS and things, so that's one of the reasons why they take him out too. You know, so that is something funding in the United States.
They say he's a man that have a lot of American blood in his hands. But hey, America have plenty blood in their hand too. And they do plenty things behind curtains.
How much American people was in ISIS?
Hey, if you go back in history, America was in everything. You understand? America was in everything. And look what it was doing. Mass killing. You understand? And they talking about one or two ISIS men from ISIS who they kill these Americans. You know? So what? All they're doing the same thing. So why somebody can come and jump about and all that stuff?
Let me say, suppose that Solomon was going to bring out information about America, and that is the reason why all the
Can do all that too.
You understand? When we say he had good information, that is concrete evidence that is America that funded ISIS. And all they said now we can't let that come, but kill it quick. All of that. Because as the fella said, the professor from Iran, he said America custom line people know this by now. Yeah. They lie. Where's the evidence or they have that the man was planning to kill a lot of Americans? Where's the evidence? Or they would have intel and that kind of thing.
They would have forged something just now and they have bring all the evidence. Yeah. Because they know they had that technology to do whatever forgery they can do. You know what I mean? Isaiah 9 and 5, it says, for every battle of the warriors is with confused noise and garment rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Yeah. So this time is not today as we was saying on the Saturday. This time it ain't with Sunday Selectora. It ain't with swords and battle axe and stuff. This time with burning and fuel of fire. When they shoot a gun, you know, sometimes according to, especially at AK-47 with a barrel, when you keep your hand on the trigger, it does actually turn on fire, it does see fire.
Okay. Jumping to 19, it says, through the wrath of Yahweh of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of fire. No man shall spare his brother.
Like going back into what the brothers were, you know, before, when they say Iran could make what American sky basically dark, right? Talking about the nuclear capabilities that these nations have. And there's more than one country coming against America. Hey, not only the earth coming against America, the heavens coming against America. Right? Because what the chariots of Yahweh Shem Yahushai coming against America. So you just hate it. Damn white bitch. Yeah, I'm coming in and go back in the Isaiah 34 details. I think it's 5 and 6. And then take over the other pieces. Let's just say America, all eyes on you.
All is in the air.
This is Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16.
Tell them to prepare. Israel got mashed up.
Revelation 17 and 16, it says, And then the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore.
Yeah, they need to the Allied forces.
God.
They will turn go back against America, which they already are turning go back against America.
Because I was listening to a talk show, alright, and basically I think that was on EMTV, alright, basically they come out and say everybody hate America for what this is doing right now. You understand? And that is scriptural. You understand? It says, and they shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked. You understand? Because they basically they say that slowly they must kill this Soleimani, the general of Iran military. Alright? They must kill him because he must know something on America. You understand? He must go and raise the skills, you know? Make them naked. Understand? And now it says, and shall eat her flesh and burning her with fire. Understand? Like some of them ICBM, it says. Understand?
That's something in for you too. This is Jeremiah chapter 51. I'll start at verse 2. Right? I'll start at verse 1. It says, Thus says Yahweh power, Behold, I will rise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For the day of trouble they shall be against her round about.
Yeah, round about. Like more than one nation.
Exactly.
Like that kind of the whole East will rise up against you, and then they don't have problem with Venezuela. Venezuela will not link with other countries. They don't know Cuba want a peace side. You understand?
Hey, you make up in a bacchanal in this North and South America.
Yeah.
You had all them countries in the state that days.
Because Venezuela, right now Venezuela linked with Russia and China. So that Russia and China can back them too.
Then I don't think Panama in that shit with them, Mexico not in that shit with them, and Venezuela have over 1 million secret militia, and then it has sleeper cells in America. So they're just gonna fuck up the most I really have it out, and then the most I gonna wake up the vital and all kind of thing. As Brother Marcus just said, the most I gonna overdo himself.
Hey, we were saying that's not the coming on in the car. Say, hey, all this papi show with Trump and all this thing. Then the real dance step here and mash up the dance. You understand? Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai, when he come back here, he's gonna mash up the dance. He's gonna show them where he was the top guy.
He's coming back as a lamb in slaughter.
You understand? Kill me and your mother.
You know what I'm saying? Alright, this is Isaiah chapter 13. Outside of verse 5, it says, They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. And I start talking about them ICBM missiles when I say come from a far country. Verse 6 it says, O ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
So who doing it? Not man, the Most High doing it. Scripture says, shall there be evil in a city that I, the Lord, have no more.
Revelation chapter 11 and verse 13, it says, And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake was slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were frightened, and gave glory to Yahweh Basham Yahushai of heaven. The second was passed, and behold, the third war coming quickly.
But in Revelation, they talk about the first war and two wars coming out after. It's in the book of the same book, Revelation. different chapter. Right? So this have to come to pass. People could do the one and dance on what and call on rain, black rain to fall, all kind of thing. Understand? But what she had to come to pass. So you could wait on Carnival, what she waiting on you too. Right?
Well, good. Okay. You're reading the 34?
Yeah,
Isaiah
34, yeah.
Isaiah chapter 34, moving on, I will start at verse 2. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He had utterly destroyed them, he had delivered them to the slaughter.
Yeah, because why? In World War III, as the brother read there, all these nations are going to come together. They're going to be fighting against each other for what? World dominance. Right? Because it's a long time now. We saw actually, as bastard son of the Most High, he actually had the longest reign of all nations on the face of the earth. You understand? So the Most High give him a chance. Right? But all these nations are going to come together, and then they're going to make a league within themselves when Yahushua come back to fight against him. Going back into also 2 Esdras 13 and 1. You understand? The Most High going to destroy them because all these, when Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, came against Jerusalem, the scripture says the whole earth came against Jerusalem, all these nations. So guess what? These are the same nations, right, that came against Ariel, Isaiah 29, right? The Most High going to destroy them, right? Ariel means the prince of line of God. You understand? Go ahead.
In verse 3 it says, the slain also shall be cast out of their stink, shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountain shall be melted with their blood, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved.
Yeah, we're talking about the rulership, right? We're talking about the heaven itself, but the rulership of the so-called white man, because he in that high state. You understand? Because he's one in control of the resources and the elements. He's going to be doing low. He's not going to be in that top class again. You understand? Well,
it says, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
Yeah, that is when the bomb shut off and cause that end into the sky. You understand? Just watch when a nuclear bomb shut off and that kind of end into the scores. You don't roll it like it just roll up. You understand?
They become mushroom cloud. Yeah. Done. Alright, moving on, it says, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falling off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Yes, so the Most High talking about what, a literal sword, or talking about the bombs? You see, I used to be a nuclear missile, he's talking about the bombs. It's going to bomb your ass, the true big bang. That is the theory of the should be studied. That big bang.
Hey, that big bang will put everything in order.
God.
Look at this order.
Yeah, son.
Right?
Yeah.
And it shall come down upon Idumea.
Right, the Greek word for Edom.
God.
Right, Idumea. Meaning what? Red. Red skin people, red necks. And crackers.
Shashua.
Done.
Moving on. And upon the people of the curse to judgment.
And them is the oldest people on the face of the earth that look so, you know, that's called the Chinese yellow. They still have some kind of pigment inside of them, only they don't have no pigment at all.
Yeah.
Always the walking dead.
So you see people on the curse.
You understand?
Done. Moving on.
Yes, man.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
God, verse 6, it says, the sword of the Lord is fallen, is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord had a sacrifice of Bozrah.
Yeah, the capital of Edom. You understand? Which is America.
God, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Yeah. So yeah, the Most High have a great slaughter for the Edomites. You in your heart, you planning to slaughter the children of Israel, right? But the Most High have a slaughter for you, and that is a mistake you make when you go and touch the Iranians. If you did the history, right? Iran basically is Iran, and all it is basically all they going after you have Babylon. And every time you know you go through history, right? Hey, just watch Bruce Gore, right? One of all their own historians.